Every single morning, millions of people around the world wake up and they wait. They wait to feel motivated. They wait for that spark, that perfect mood to kick in before they start chasing their dreams. But here's the thing about motivation. It's like the wind. Sometimes it lifts you up, fills your sails, and pushes you forward. But other times, it just disappears, leaving you standing in a dead calm, feeling completely stuck. This is exactly why the most successful people in the world don't chase motivation. They don't rely on a fleeting feeling. Instead, they build something far more powerful, something that doesn't care how you feel. They build discipline. Because discipline doesn't ask if you're tired. It doesn't wait for the perfect time or the right mood. It just looks you in the eye and says, get up and do it anyway. And when you finally master that voice, that's when you become truly unstoppable. We've all been told a comforting lie. Motivation tells you, when you feel ready, that's when you should start. But I'm here to tell you the truth. You will never, ever feel completely ready. You're never going to wake up one morning with a perfect combination of limitless energy, absolute clarity, and unshakable courage all at once. It just doesn't happen. That's a story we tell ourselves to stay comfortable, to stay in our safe little bubble where we don't have to risk failure. Think about the people you truly admire, the elite athletes, the groundbreaking creators, the visionary entrepreneurs. Do you honestly believe they wake up every single day bursting with motivation? No, they wake up disciplined. They have a system. They have a promise they've made to themselves, and they honor that promise, whether they feel like it or not. They understand that feelings are temporary, but the results of their actions are permanent. They've learned to separate their emotions from their obligations. This is where the real magic happens, in the power of a routine. Discipline is the architect of your habits, and your habits are the foundation of your character. When you commit to doing something every single day, especially on the days you don't feel like it, you're sending a powerful message to your brain. You're teaching it that your feelings don't get to be the boss. You are in control. You decide what matters. You decide what gets done. This consistency is what builds real, lasting confidence. It's not about feeling confident first and then acting. It's the other way around. You act, you show up, you do the work, and that's where confidence comes from. It's born from the proof you give yourself that you can rely on you. And that is the exact moment that real, meaningful growth begins. The small daily wins stack up until they become a monumental transformation. But here's a crucial point. Discipline isn't something you're born with. It's not a natural talent. It's a muscle. And just like any muscle in your body, it has to be trained. You build it one repetition at a time, one day at a time. Every time you choose to show up when it's hard, when it's cold, when you're tired, that's a rep. You're strengthening that discipline muscle. Every time you push through the mental resistance that screams, just quit, you grow stronger. It's essential to understand that discipline is not about being perfect. It's not about never having a bad day or never wanting to take a break. It's about progress. It's about getting back up after you stumble. It's about being 1% better today than you were yesterday. Forgiveness for the slip-ups and a firm resolve to get back on track is the true essence of a disciplined mind. So what happens on those days when motivation completely fails you? And trust me, those days will come. There will be mornings you wake up and feel nothing. No energy, no hope, no excitement. Just a dull, heavy feeling of I can't. That is the precise moment when discipline becomes your savior. It's the quiet whisper in the back of your mind that says, just keep going. Just take the next small step. Because think about it, the people who only move when the sun is shining and the path is easy never get very far. They're stuck waiting for perfect conditions that rarely come. But the ones who learn to move through the storm, who push forward through the wind and the rain, they are the ones who discover a deep sense of peace and strength in the process itself. They find their power not in the absence of struggle, but in their ability to overcome it. So, how do you start building this unshakable discipline? The secret is to start small. Ridiculously small. Don't try to change your entire life overnight. That's a recipe for burnout. Instead, wake up on time, just that, then make your bed. Exercise for just 10 minutes. Write one single paragraph, meditate for 2 minutes. The size of the action doesn't matter in the beginning. What matters is the consistency. The act of showing up and building the habit. Before you know it, these small acts of discipline start to compound. They become your new normal. They become your identity. You stop being the person who fights with themselves every morning. You stop waiting for someday to arrive. You start becoming the person who just does the work. And in that shift, you'll discover the ultimate truth. Discipline isn't a prison. Discipline is freedom. It's freedom from your own fears. It's freedom from crippling self-doubt. It's freedom from your own perceived weaknesses. Let's boil it all down. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a decision. When you rely on motivation, you are completely dependent on your ever-changing emotions. You're a passenger on a ship with no rudder. But when you rely on discipline, you depend on your own inner strength. You are the captain of your ship, steering it deliberately toward your destination, no matter what the weather is like. So the next time your mind starts making excuses, the next time it says, "Not today," or "I'm too tired," or "I'll start tomorrow," I want you to look that voice right in the eye and whisper back, "Watch me," because every single act of discipline is a victory. It's a statement that you are in charge. And every one of those victories, no matter how small, is a building block for the incredible life you were always meant to live. Remember, discipline will take you places motivation could never even dream of. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please give this video a like and consider subscribing for more content to help you build your best life. We'll see you in the next one.